So that was really cool. One thing I want to ask you too is about the coaching that you do at the moment, coaching these quite high performance people. What are some things that you sit down with them? What are some common, you know, problems that they have, and even what are some common, things that you or some tools that you use to kind of extract even higher performance out of them?
Yeah. So, get even more performance out of the high performer. When it comes back to we define high performance, if we're only defining it by outcome, and there are ways, and push yourself harder. You can, in executive context, there are simply ways where you can turn down the volume on everything else in your life and just focus on that outcome. Now, you might get high performance. Question is how sustainable it is. And the question is at what price. So when I work with clients, really, I'm there to facilitate. I'm not there to dictate. It really comes down to what they want to achieve. I might challenge them and question them that, really at the very high executive level, not often surrounded by people who tell them, well, that's a bad idea. Right? They're usually surrounded by people who go, yes, I think that's fantastic. So
Mm,
part of being an executive coach at those high levels is having a safe place to be challenged. It's helping an executive to open up to other perspectives, which they might not otherwise get standard day-to-day role. Getting more performance always comes down to the bedrock of self-awareness. So if you think about, and I use these sporting analogies because it's so easy for us to relate to them as opposed to me helping you relate to what an executive might face in their day-to-day work. But think about, professional golfers that have to step up to the green and take a shot. In that moment, they've been preparing and preparing and preparing for this moment for years. And the difference between a great shot and a poor shot isn't so much their skill. They're highly skilled at this point. The difference is what in a game, what's your self-talk? Is it positive or negative? Are you telling yourself, oh my God, I'm going to throw this, I'm going to flunk it, I'm not feeling good, or I'm really pissed off with somebody in my life, and I'm allowing that to have traction inside of me in this moment, right? So, what's going on internally is the differentiator between the performance in that moment. And that's what applies to executives. So, at that level, it's no longer really about, whether you're a master of your field, industry, or, politics. It's not about that anymore. It's about your self talk, your ability to dial down the distractions so that you can, in the moment when you have to focus, you only focus on the task. And when it comes to high performance, the real subtle shifts occur between good performance and great performance. The difference is those who can forget in the picture of performance themselves, so they're no longer self focused. The self has actually disappeared from the frame. The only thing they're thinking about is the task. And so when you get to kind of superior performance, the kind of goals that you set up are not outcome goals. Oh, I want to hit that shot or put that shot into, hit that shot in one. It's not about that anymore. It's about the process. So the process goal becomes I'm going to approach that shot in a calm and relaxed state. I'm going to consciously take a moment to ensure that I get into a relaxed state. So, whatever cues I need to give myself to trigger that relaxation response, I will work on those cues. Some people have words, some people have images, some people channel feelings to instantly get their physiology into a more relaxed state. When I approach that shot, I'm going to drop my shoulders. I'm going to clear my mind. I'm going to take a breath. I'm going to filter out every bit of background noise there is. That's how you get into those moments of truly extra performance from what's already very high performance. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's something that, yeah, I've heard, yeah, similar things before as well, where let's not focus on the outcomes of what we're doing. Let's focus on doing it the best way we can, or having the right process, and then the outcome will just take care of itself.